But this is weird. I mean, I need to get some YouTube content out, so yeah, but I'm gonna act like I'm on stream even though I'm not talking to anybody. So yeah, basically, I really need to break into this YouTube scene with just some general talking content points to talk about. So I was just kind of sat around thinking, and I thought, what do I often want to talk about? And the whole point of me starting TikTok originally was because a lot of people were spreading misinformation and just talking a load of rubbish, really. So I thought, what better than to just list a couple of questions I've seen so many times on TikTok, Discord, Twitch, and just kind of go through them and debunk them, I guess. So I guess I'm just going to call this Debunking Stupid PC Things Part 1. How about that for a title? So creative. I love it. We keep it simple around here. This won't be a long video. I've got 4 questions in total because I just kind of listed a few that I thought of off the bat. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, leave it a like, subscribe, they'd be much appreciated. Let's get into it, I guess. I don't know why I say I guess a lot, because we are getting into the video. I don't know where else I'd be going. So the first one I can see that I've got listed down is a £500 PC better than the next gen consoles? Now this is being filmed on the 1st of December 2020. So PS5, Xbox One X, and the Xbox One X? Xbox Series X. And the Xbox Series S is coming out as well. And obviously since PC gaming's just took off in recent years, a lot of people are debating whether they spend the money for the new console or they go for a PC around the same price. Now I can tell you now, from being on TikTok, these PC elitists will not let it go that PC is just ultimately better than a console at this price point. Even though it really isn't, but is at the same time. It's such a weird place, such a weird price point. So right now, because of COVID, prices are really a bit all over the place, inflated or deflated or whatever, or just not available. You know, RTX 3000 series, load of fun. And it's just weird with new CPU and GPU releases as well. So building a PC right now is really not representative of what you could have built before the pandemic or what you might be able to build afterwards. But right now, if you're sticking to a £500 like strict budget, you're probably going to get 4 cores, 8 threads, and probably around a 1650 Super, or if you want to go a bit cheaper, RX 580. Is this decent? Yeah, I've just been looking at a few benchmark videos, and Cold War, it can run 60 to 70 FPS with a mix of medium to high settings. The only reason I don't recommend this to people on TikTok is because the new generation, we're only just breaking into the next generation, should I say, and these things are going to be quickly become outdated, should I say. Just think of it like this, the new consoles have 8 cores. If you're going for 4 cores, with games being optimized towards 8 cores, you might start to see a downfall. I mean, right now, people recommend 6 as a minimum. So going for 4, you know, it's starting to get into that, like, category. You do really have to be careful with this price point, because you don't want to spend too little and then have to upgrade quickly, and then you'll end up spending more money in the long run because you could have just bought that first, you know. And also, you're probably gonna have to go for 8GB of RAM. If you get a deal, 16GB is possible, definitely. Not RGB or the flashy stuff, just basic like Corsair LPX RAM. Now, I did make a PC part picker list just to research this video. Not gonna show it on video because that's like a whole other video I could do. I went for 1 stick of 8GB just because it'll be the first thing you upgrade probably, straight up to 16GB, because a lot of games require it now. So to sum it up, yes, they will keep up with modern games for now. But I do think with the next generation quickly coming on with ray tracing and everything like that, they'll quickly become outdated. For competitive games, they'll be fine. But that's another point that I'll get onto later in the video. If you're going pure gaming for less than 500 or around 500, I'd say get the consoles if you want reliability in the long run. Consoles are going to run games for the next 6 or 7 years, without question. It's just, are you willing to pay the extra for online, the extra console tax for games? You know, £70 per game now is insane. Steam sales, awesome. The second point was going to be, is a 1650 Super good? Now, originally, me being ignorant, I didn't think it really was, but after researching this video, yes it is. It's actually surprisingly better than I expected. It seems to be a great GPU to buy now if you really aren't sure about getting a 30 series or something like that. It does seem like it's a very good tiding over GPU, if you get what I mean. I mean, it performs around the king of 1080p, which is the RX 580. That graphics card just seems to refuse to die, and it just runs everything new. A big question that people are going to ask is, will a 1650 Super run Cyberpunk? Because obviously that's going to be the biggest release for a long time. Well, I'd say so anyway. It's been hyped up for like 8 years. The recommended specs for Cyberpunk is a 1060, should I say. So I think a 1650 Super will be fine if you're looking to play on low to medium to maybe high. But again, we will not know until the game comes out. It comes out in 9 days. Oh, I'm so excited. Anyway, another question. This isn't a question, this is more of a statement or a thing that gets thrown around a lot from mainly competitive players, and mainly, unfortunately, Fortnite kids. They'll often say, I want a 240Hz monitor because you're playing competitive. Now let me say yes, it will potentially increase your reaction time by a few milliseconds, if that, but I guarantee you, if you're playing on 240Hz and you suck, someone on a 30Hz monitor with better reactions than you'd still get clapped by them, to put it frankly. With PC gaming becoming more mainstream and aimed towards kids as well, they often get sold this idea that PC gaming is superior in every way to console, and that basically that better specs equals a better player, when it really, really does not. On my last stream in Call of Duty Cold War, I started playing knife only. I'm on a 60Hz, well, I'm on a 75Hz monitor. There could have been people with 240Hz monitors in there, and I still just ran up to them and knifed them. The reaction time doesn't matter that much, especially if you want a person that can keep up with that reaction time. Also, if you want to watch my streams, it's PC Axel Max on Twitch, or the link will be in the description on my link tree. I stream every day, 6:30 PM UK time. It's a very mixed bag, but I'd love to see you there. But this thing about having better equipment making you a better player leads on to the next thing that I'm going to debunk as well. Yeah, let's get into that one. So this is when people are thinking of building a PC and they say, oh, I only play this game or this game. Oh, I'm only thinking of playing Cyberpunk, so I'll build my PC around the specs for that game. Or again, the most common thing is Fortnite. So people will say, oh, should I just get a 3400G and no graphics card because a 3400G can run Fortnite? Now, people need to realize that when you go to PC, it ain't like console. You can't just buy a game and expect it to run. You can spend 50, 60, 70 quid on a game, and then it won't run and you'll have wasted your money. You have to make more grown-up decisions about what you can run. You have to know your limits, basically. And I know that if you buy a 3400G just so you can play Fortnite, when you get bored of Fortnite, which you will, and the next big AAA game comes out that looks really interesting to you, you're gonna have to spend all that extra money just to be able to play it, which you could have maybe factored in when you built your PC for the first time. Now, it might cost you more in the long run. It depends what you did before, but general consensus is that it will cost you more in the long run because, you know, you're going to have bought weaker parts and then you're going to have to upgrade to the stronger parts. Whereas if you kind of factor it in and kind of hit that middle part, then you won't have to spend so much in the long run, and your graphics card or your CPU or your RAM will be able to keep up with it and you won't have to justify spending £200, £300 on a new graphics card. You also need to base this on your resolution. For me, I got a 2070 Super and I only play at 1080p 75Hz. And I've been told off a lot on TikTok for doing this because I'm not using the full potential of my 2070 Super. And to be honest, if I was to go back and I had all the knowledge I do now, I'd probably get a 2070 or a 2060 Super. But my whole point was that not using the full power of the GPU now is the pro. Because I only built my PC about 5 or 6 months ago, I knew that the next generation was around the corner, and I was thinking about how when we break into that new generation, I don't want to have to upgrade my graphics card and everything and spend loads of money. I figured if I bought a 2070 or 2060 Super, at the time obviously I thought 2070 Super, then that would keep up with 1080p 75Hz for a long time, like 3 or 4 years, probably 5 years as long as the GPU lasts that long. I'm not bothered by 144Hz. Yes, I know it's amazingly better than 60. If I was to up to 144, that's double the amount of frames I've got to push. As in, if I'm used to 144 and then in 2 years the new Call of Duty comes out and it's got full RTX and everything, and I'm running at 100 FPS, then I'm going to want to upgrade so I can keep up with my monitor. Whereas if I'm running at 75, I've still got all that room to upgrade. So essentially, my thought process is 1080p, lower frame rates equals more money saved in the long run because I don't have to upgrade my parts as quickly. I'm very much in the same mind as console people, as like, I just rather play a game and experience the game for what the game is. I'm not bothered about 1440p 144 Hz, otherwise it's a no-go. I'm not going to play that game unless it's 144 Hz. I will miss out on that experience because I can't play it in a superior way to console because I'm ignorant. Anyway, I hope to bring this video to an end. I've been rambling a lot. You guys seem to enjoy my rambling on my Twitch streams, so you've got it in my YouTube videos now. You're welcome. This is my first video, so any feedback, leave it down in the comments. I am going to edit it, but I don't know if I'll edit it a lot or minimally, so just so I can get it out. If you're new to the channel and you liked this video for some reason, then subscribe and like, that would be much appreciated. I'll be uploading in the future. I don't know if I'm going to have a schedule yet, or whether I'm just going to kind of upload when I feel like it. Also, if you did enjoy this and you want to see my live streams, then my Twitch is PC Haxer Max, or it's in my link tree that's in my bio. Also, my Discord's down there if you want any tech support or just a general gaming community. We have got all sorts. We've got dedicated PC support, game deals, we've got me talking in there, we've got roles, everything, just everything set up. Then that'll be in the link tree as well. We're on 1,300 members as of making this video, so it's getting more popular. Honestly, it's awesome. If there are any videos in the future you'd like to see, then leave them down in the comments. I'll be looking at every single comment when I can, because YouTube just likes to not notify me. That's it. That's my first video, out of the way and done. Well, proper talking video anyway. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.